Alright, so the next thing I'm going to take a look at is these frickin' Ryobi batteries. I know that Ryobi tools are cheap, but I use the 18 volt system with the NiCads forever, and the NiCads lasted a long time, and you know, they'd eventually, a lot of people call it memory effect, but there's actually whiskers that grow in between the anode and the cathode. And it's from leaving them at a high charge all the time, like sitting on the charger. But you could plop the whiskers off just by surging it with some high voltage, and it would charge again. I've got some NiCads I might try to revive here today too. But these lithiums, I love them. They're light, they last a long time as far as battery life. But the frickin' things just, all of a sudden, one day they won't charge. I mean, this one, I've used it a handful of times, you know, 10 times maybe, and charged it, and then it just doesn't charge anymore. It just blinks a red light. My thought is when they probably are letting these lithium cells get too dead. Lithiums have to be controlled very well not to go completely flat. And so I'm going to see if I can't pop this open, bypass the circuitry, and throw a little charge directly on the lithium cells. See if I can't make this sucker charge again. These things aren't cheap. Ryobi needs to get it fixed to where it cuts you off a little sooner so the cells can't go too dead to take a charge again. It's got these little security bits, screws in it. Let's see what we can do. So here, let me see if I can get this meter in the shot for y'all here. Trusty little Velleman meter. And I see, like, if I take this good battery here, over here, and I measure it, get 20 volts. Take this bad battery, get nothing at all. So it's either completely dead or something's wrong in there. Yeah, let's take a look and see. And trying to get these things warrantied out through Home Depot is a freaking joke. You gotta like mail them off and wait forever, and you might never get it back. So I'm gonna see what I can do with it. Alright, this thing's got these special little security bits. I don't even know if you can see that, but I've got an assortment, so I'll find one that fits. It's too big. Let's see. It's too big. That one fits, but seems just a little loose. Let me try this one again. It looks like it's going to be the T10, and it has a little indentation in the middle. There. Let's see if we can pop this sucker open. Okay. Now, I'll take these screws out. Okay. I think there might be a hidden one down in here, and we gotta pop out this little plastic cover. Yeah, there's a hidden one in there, alright. Let me find a pick to pop that out. Okay, so I got this pick here. Let's see what we can do. There we go. There's another screw right there. Let's see if I can get that out. The end of this is just stripped off. Let me see if I can bench grind her down a little. Oh yeah, a little bench grinder her down, man. I got that tip all nice and evened up. Now it works great. Okay. Look at all that magic in there. So what I'm really after here is these cells. I want to see if the cells are actually dead or not, or what's going on there. And it looks like there's some positive wire here. Gotta be some negative somewhere. Don't see any broken wires or anything. Oh, everything comes out. A couple of ICs there and all kinds of fancy smancy. So these two hooked together, these two hooked together, this should be hooked together. So this end and this end here, these two metal pieces are where I should have voltage from the batteries. Well, let's see if I do. Okay. Yep, 4.1 volts. So what I'm going to do is test each cell, see if one's particularly deader than another. And I'll just go down the sides here. 1.3. 1. 0.7. 0.4, that's getting pretty low. And 0.2. So I may have a couple of dead cells here. And I may not. What I'm going to do, I think, is go ahead and disconnect this circuit from the circuit board. But you see it's got little things to measure the individual packs of cells here on these wires too. And it probably has to meet certain criteria before the charger will let it charge. So what we're going to do is charge this up with this. And you see here's my positive wire on this little AC adapter. Here's the negative. Got about 33 volts on this guy. It's rated for 24, so under load it's probably more like 24. There's my positive. I'll put a knot in the positive to go on that side. And there's my negative. Ooh. I'll just do that for, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds here. Okay, now I'm going to see what kind of voltage I have on this guy. Now I'm up to 10.7 volts. So now I'm going to slide this back down in this plastic cover and just drop this baby back in the charger and see if she takes off and charges. She's got a little voltage. Blinking red, see if it's going to go green. Not going green yet. It's fine, I'm going to go ahead and throw a little more charge on her here. Put some juice in her. When you're doing lithiums, you know, do it for 10-15 seconds, pull off. You really want to kind of pulse lithiums. Put some juice back in them. Let's measure the voltage on these now. We're at 12 volts. Let's try that. Hey, look at that. She went green and she's charging. I don't know if you can, let me flip this camera around and show you. That's awesome. Before it would just blink red for a while and then go solid red, no charge. Now she's green and she's taking a charge. So once you get her up to around 12 volts or so there, she'll take off and recognize it and start charging again. So I'm going to let her charge for a little bit here. And then we'll see if it works again. I bet you it will. So that's a little tip if you got these Ryobi batteries. Looks like you don't even have to unhook the circuitry. Get you an AC adapter. This is actually a 24 volt adapter, but it reads 33 volts at no load. It's an old 3Com phone adapter from back in the day that I had when I was a tech. I just cut the end off of her and did that with the wires. Make sure you don't get your positive and negative switched. And just put only as much in there as you have to get her charging. It's Tom, your frugal prepper. That's how we save the money. Talk to y'all later. Okay, so the lithium battery, all back together. She took a full charge. She works great. And that's quite a bit of money I saved. Just hopefully that helps out. You know, these things are goofy. The voltage gets low on them and the charger will not charge them. But you can get them brought back to life. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. It's Tom, Frugal Prepper.